Welcome your 2024 Horizon League champions, the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, head coach Greg Campy, along with student athletes Trey Townsend and Blake Lampman. We will take an opening statement from our championship coach.
Okay. Last night I had 147 text messages. I just grabbed my phone. I have 403. I guess that's 13 years of not going to a tournament. Everybody's coming out of the woodwork. So,
You weren't counting, though.
no, not now. Actually, it's 12 years. This is the 13th. So it was only 12 years we weren't there. But we went 3 and 6. So I just want to say, first, I want to start it with Bruce Pearl was a really good friend of mine back in the Division II days. We went hard against each other. And so he and I have been friends for years, and I know what he did at Milwaukee, and I became a Milwaukee fan when he was their coach. And I know the rich tradition of Milwaukee basketball, and I want to congratulate them. Bart's had 2 20-plus win seasons in a row. What they did and how well they played to get here and how well they played tonight is a testament to him and to their athletic director, Amanda, and all the things that they've done. BJ is a great player. Polian was unbelievable tonight. We beat a hell of a team. And we just won a conference that had 5 20-win teams. We just won the regular season, and we won the tournament. And I can't tell you how hard that is. And I am so proud of these guys. These 2 guys have been the pillars of this whole resurgence this year. We were picked 6th, and they knew we were going to win a championship, and they dedicated themselves to it, and they won 2.
We'll take questions for Coach, Blake, or Trey. Please raise your hand and have the microphone come to you and give your name and your outlets. Thank you. We'll go here in the middle right.
Yeah, my name's Grant Schaus with SchausHoops.com. This question's really for all 3 of you guys. I've seen a quote, and it comes from Ian Eagle, who's a CBS broadcaster, that says, it's amazing what this month can do for people's lives. So what does it mean to win this tournament? Obviously, Coach Campy talked about how hard it is to win this conference with 5 20-plus win teams. What does it mean to punch your ticket? And you're going and playing on the biggest stage in college basketball.
It's honestly, I can't put into words what this means for me personally. Growing up, I went to the 2 tournament games in 2010 and 2011 and always dreamed of playing for this school. I never thought that, I'd have an impact like I've had, especially this year. But, man, this group of guys, no matter how out of reach a game may seem, that's what's brought us together is we know we're never out of it. We know how basketball games go, like you said, what this month is about and just how big momentum swings are. And I just can't give enough credit to how hard our guys work, every single one of them, staff and players. Man, this is a magical feeling. It honestly hasn't even hit me yet, so I'm just excited.
First off, I just want to give all glory to God. I wouldn't be here without that dude. I've dreamed about this as a kid, and the feeling is I wasn't even dreaming about this moment now that I'm here. That was a great basketball team that we just played. The journey to get here was not easy. IPFW beat us by 30 before, and we took care of them. And then Cleveland State has that championship pedigree. They've been here, I think, 4 straight years. So to beat them, and then like Coach said, Milwaukee, they're on a heater. I think there was 6 or 7 straight wins, and great program. I can't emphasize enough how much I love my team, my coaching staff, and Oakland community.
For the questions, we'll go here to the far right, and then we'll go to the front here. Yeah.
Coach, this is for you, Bob McDonald, Horizon Roundtable. It seemed that every time you needed, something on the court, be it a rebound, a free throw, a key basket, it would. Trey was always seemed to be that guy, especially over the course of the last 2 games when it really.
Maybe over the course of a career.
Yeah.
So,
but it's definitely the last 2 games. I know you've said a lot of stuff about things about Trey over the years. Is there anything else? I mean, especially now that you're now that you've won the championship, and
Well, if our league is smart, and I believe they are, we got a lot of smart people at this league. They're going to get the pictures of Trey in our arena when he was 6 or 7 years old, holding up signs that he wanted to play at Oakland and my bobblehead or whatever and stuff like that, and the national media will run with it. So we could be the story for a week, I would think. Maybe longer if we win a couple games. But I'll tell you, this if you guys could be in our huddles and be around us, those things, those intense moments say a lot about people. And I'm going to tell you a quick story. About 7 minutes to go in the game, you know, they had made a run, maybe took the lead. I think we're up 1, and they were going to the line with 1 and with 2 free throws, and the banter that goes on. And we got to the sideline, and we're standing there, and Jack Golke, who's a really good player, right, who could have been the all-league, could be everything, and Blake Lampman, who is all-league and a really good player. The 5 of us were standing there, the guys on the court with me and a bunch of players, you know. I think there was something going on at the scores table, so we were all standing there. And Jack Golke grabs me and says, "This is Trey T's moment. The ball goes to him." Now, this guy wants to shoot the 3, right? And then he starts beating on people and saying, "It's Trey T's moment. The ball's going to him." I didn't have to coach. And the ball went to him the rest of the game. And this son, he delivered, right? He delivered. And I would have called him that name if it was back in the huddle. Obviously, I can't say that right now. But he delivered. And it was his moment. Yeah. That's why we won. Not that he delivered isn't why we won. It's because Jack Golke and Blake Lampman said those things. That's why we won.
Here at the front. Name and affiliation.
My name is Jayla Johnson. I'm an IUPUI graduate sports journalism student. This question is for Trey. What does it mean to achieve an accomplishment like this with Coach Campy?
Like I kind of said before, it's like Blake and I were saying, we've dreamed of this moment, and I think for me personally, it's literally Oakland basketball has been ingrained in me as a person my entire life, and I've been at games before I can remember, and even since I can remember, and always wanted to wear the uniform and just be a part of the team. So to win with Campy, who, as I hope everyone knows by now, has coached my dad. It's such a crazy thing. And coming to the school, my parents always wanted me to, you know, write my own story and have my own journey, because they knew, you know, that whole story of being just the kid whose parents played here and all that stuff could override what, you know, I was capable of. And with their support and my team's support, they just want the best for me. And today just happened to be my night on the court. But this, like I said, I can't put into words what this means, and honestly don't know when it'll hit me, but I'm just happy we're still playing this late in March.
One last question for the both of you. What was the most exciting part of this game? Basketball can be a game full of runs. You can get down, you can be up, but what was the most exciting part for you two specifically?
That final buzzer hit. That's all I got, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, no, definitely just when they weren't fouling at the end of the game, the clock was running out, and I just looked at Blake. I was dribbling. I was like, please foul me. No, I'm kidding. But got it to Blake, and as soon as there was like a second left, I just went over to him and gave him a hug. And it's just something we've been talking about since last spring. And just for it to happen the way that it did, it's you couldn't have scripted any better, as I've said a lot.
For Trey, Griffin Beers, Horizon Roundtable, you beat Xavier, first team All-League, outright championship, tournament MVP, going to the NCAA tournament. What would 10-year-old Trey say if he saw all of this right now?
He would not believe any of this that's happening. But talk about that Xavier, when I told Neil in our post-game interview, it's what Blake, Chris, and I went through our freshman year. It sort of feels like we're righting all the wrongs that happened then. You know, like you said, we lost to Xavier my freshman year real bad, came back, beat him this year. Lost to Cleveland State in the championship game of the tournament that year, came back, beat him in the tournament this year, and to win the tournament like we did, it's such a great culmination of the hard work that these guys have put in. And like I said, all 15 of us, it's just amazing. If you guys could see how close everyone is off the court, like you wouldn't be surprised with how things are turning out on the court. But this group of guys, man, it's the closest I've been with the team in any sport I've played, any year that I've played, and that's just a credit to them for everyone appreciating and understanding their roles, and we wouldn't be here without every single person.
Mike in the middle.
Mike Merritt from Associated Press. Greg, you mentioned that it's been a 12-year drought here. First of all, what was that? How would you describe the wait to get back? Because you've been here a number of times. And second of all, was there ever a point where you thought of hanging it up?
No, I don't run from adversity, and I think there's a lot of people that wanted me to. You know, I had some great teams. I've had 5 NBA players, and 3 of them didn't make it. That's how special these guys are, right? And we lost 4 years in a row. We lost on a last-second shot. It's heartbreaking, and I tried to tell the media, and they all think it's coach speak. If we were in a Power 5 conference, we were in the tournament no matter what we did here. We'd have been in the tournament 12 of the last 15 years if we were in a Power 5 conference. But when it comes down to just one weekend, and so many things can go wrong, that what it takes to get there, it's so hard, and it's so gut-wrenching, and it eats you alive when it's not about me. It's about going in that locker room after a loss and seeing Kay Felder laying on the floor crying. And the fans don't see that. They think, we didn't go, my fandom and all that. What it means to them is nothing. The fans go on and they cheer for the next year. That was it for Kay Felder. That was his last chance. The NCAA tournament is one of the top 2 or 3, arguably the top 2 or 3 sporting events in the world. And they get to be a part of it now. And what that means is, I can't quantify what that means, but I know what it feels like to lose it, and it's hell. And so when it went bad and they started piling up on each other, I take that personal. I felt I let Oakland down. I felt I let my kids down. It wasn't about me, about me. It's about those kids. I hope that's the answer you wanted to hear, but it's the truth.
Brock Heilig with the Oakland Post. Trey, career high 38 points, 8 more than your previous career high of 30, you said before this started. What was working for you out there, other than them fouling you late in the game?
I just think it's a credit to how talented the rest of the guys are out there with me, because a lot of the game plans you'd think to just double Chris and I in the post, but with the way Blake, Jack, and DQ have been playing, you can't really just rely on that, because Chris is one of the most talented players that I've ever played with at his size, and to be able to do what he can do, it's hard to just pick and choose who you want to double. And it just happened to be my night. It could have been Chris's night. It could have been anyone's night, but my teammates just fed me the ball, and I was able to score. And if I wasn't scoring, it would have been Chris. But having a guy like Chris down there with me, knowing if I happen to miss, he's going to get a rebound and put it back and dunk it, or I can kick it out to Jack or Blake off an offensive rebound, it just makes me play with so much more confidence and comfortable out there that, like I said, it's just how talented the rest of these guys are.
Griffin Beers, Horizon Roundtable for Blake. Early in your career, a lot of ups and downs. What made you believe that this program could get to this point right now?
My coach. I came to Oakland because I wanted to learn from Coach Campy and hope to coach one day. And never really looked back from there. I've always trusted him. I love that dude. I knew if I trusted in him and I could get guys to trust in him with me, that he could lead us to where we're at right now. And I'm so thankful for this man right here and my whole coaching staff, but the head of the beast right here, Coach Campy, man, he's the GOAT. He's the guy. And, for the heat that he's taken for the last 12 years, he had so much success so quickly, and it was an expectation. And this feels good, Griff. Feels good, man.
Trey, Mike Merritt again from Associated Press. I'm curious what kinds of things your dad told you about Coach Campy, and how much you think, or he thinks, that Coach Campy has changed over the years.
Honestly, the only thing he would say was when he would bring me to games, and we sat pretty like 2 or 3 rows behind the bench, and every time Campy would yell or something like, "You see, if you want to go there, this is what you're gonna have to deal with." So it wasn't as much of him telling me specific things; it was just me at games really understanding what I was going to get myself into, because you guys see Campy on the sideline. So as a 10-year-old kid saying that and still wanting to play for him, I think that's pretty special to have. So that's pretty much that.
What about the second part there about his changing over the years?
Oh,
since you've been around the program for so long.
I mean, he's not around like the teams personally, so he doesn't know too much. But Campy will say he's softened up over the years, and I guess from some of the stories I've heard, he's definitely softened up as the time's gone on. But he still knows what it takes to win, so he'll get on you, and he wants the best for every single player, no matter who you are. So you know, the players that can accept that coaching and understand he truly does want the best for you, that's, you know, that's what leads to success. And every single person on this team knows that and bought into that this year. And it's been great to see because you've seen guys explode and reach their true potential. And that's just, you know, this is a great time to do that. So it's been great.
Here in the front right.
Coach Campy, are we hoping to Oakland's going to be in a city playing in the NCAA tournament that has the Portillos?
Probably my number one. You know, I'm going to talk to Julie afterwards and make sure when she talks to the committee that they, you know, that unless our seed goes down for it, you know, that'll probably be my most important piece of this. But speaking of that, the NCAA, and I hope you people realize, especially the media people that saw this team for 2 nights, maybe you hadn't seen us before, but you saw us for 2 nights. We're not a 16 or 15 seed. All right? And we did everything the committee asked us to do. We played the schedule you're supposed to play. We played one of the top 15 schedules in the country. We did not lose a quad 4 game. We won a quad 1 game. We won a quad 2 game. We played Ohio. We led for 34 minutes at Ohio State. We were tied with Illinois with 7 minutes to go. I think we're a 13 seed and maybe a 12. I hope the committee watches that, and I hope they agree with me. And I hope they put us really close to Detroit so that our fan base can get to it.
Right here, far right.
Bob McDonald, Horizon Roundtable again. I was going to ask about the rebounding, but I'm going to follow up on the Portillo's question that he had. Last episode, you talked with Matt and talked about you know, the victory dinner at Portillo's. Have you had given any thought to what that's going to be?
Well, it was going to be tonight, but because this damn thing's taken so long, I think they're closed. It's 10:03. I'm hoping they're open till 11 because I'm heading there as soon as I walk out of here. And one thing I'd like to say to you, Bob, is we really appreciate what the Horizon Zone has done. And I've said that to you on your podcast and that, but I think it's cool as hell that a group of people, fans from all the teams, have gotten together like that. And I get my information from you guys. I go to you guys first. I read everything you guys do to find out who's playing, who's not playing, what players hurt, what, you know. So what you guys do for our league is tremendous. Thank you.
Anything else? He's got a chocolate cake shake to get to, and
Damn right.
I think is it a roast beef?
Oh, big beef dipped.
Yeah.
Big beef dipped. Fries with cheese. Can't beat it, man.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Oakland. Congratulations.
Yes.
Good luck in the NCAAs.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.